Hi there. In this video, we're going to talk about tell me something about yourself. Um, so, when people ask me the question, tell me something about yourself, I usually say, my name is Kevin. I live in Parañaque. And then I proceed to my previous work. I used to work in Makati. I work in sales. Now, depending on the situation, I can talk more about my previous work. So, sales is a general term, so I'll be more specific. Our company sold products and services to other companies. My job was to reach out to different business owners and offer our products and services. And then I go back to some personal info. I continue the business info with why I'm transferring to another job. So I want to work in a call center because of the benefits. The main benefits would be the high pay and the predictable salary. Because one of the problems that I experienced when I was working with local companies is the salary is sometimes delayed. The salary is also sometimes negotiated. So I wanted to work in a company that has a predictable pay that I can expect if the call center, my agreement is 25,000 pesos a month. I can expect that at the end of the month, 25,000 pesos will go to my paycheck. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I want to work in a call center. So, why I want to transfer. The next detail would be to shift the conversation out of the business topics. I spend my free time doing, yeah, so I talk about that. I spend my free time writing. So I spend my free time going to the gym. I like riding my bike. I like traveling. And you need to prepare a short story about how you spend your free time because in a lot of cases if I say that I spend my free time writing, then they're going to ask, Kevin, what do you write about? If I say that my favorite pastime is watching movies, they're going to say, Kevin, what's your favorite movie? Tell me the story of your favorite movie. Tell me about that. If you spend your time playing computer games like Mobile Legends or Dota or whatever, they're gonna tell you, describe the game, tell me about the game, explain to me how you play the game. So, whatever it is that you spend your free time doing, you need to be able to talk about it confidently and fluently. So, those are my tips for tell me something about yourself. Um, all of these details will eventually become topics during the interview. So, except for maybe your name, unless you have a usual name. If you have a usual name, they're gonna say, "Do you know the story about why you have that name? Where do you live?" I live in Parañaque. So they're gonna say, where in Parañaque do you live?" If you talk about your previous work, in my case, I worked in sales. I worked in corporate sales, or they're gonna say, Tell me about your experience selling. Tell me about the most difficult experience that you've had in sale. And now that we're on the topic of the most difficult experiences, then have stories about your most difficult experiences. And when you talk about your difficult experiences, I don't want you to just complain. Always talk about solutions. So start your story with a problem and end your story with a lesson or a solution. So when you tell us stories, wait, let me write that down. Stories start with problems and end with solutions or lessons. So there you go. These are how I would recommend that you approach answering the question, tell me something about yourself, and this is specific to the interview. If you are introducing yourself in a social situation, I have a different set of answers. It's a little similar, but it's also different. So um, if you like videos like these, let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope this helps you. At the very least, if your main problem when you apply in a call center is about introducing yourself, do this. Write down your answers. Write your write the exact sentences that you're going to use. My name is Kevin. I live in Parañaque. I previously worked in sales. My job involves selling to different companies and different business owners. I want to transfer to another job because I'm interested in earning a higher pay. I'd like a more predictable salary. I also, well, this is one of the benefits that I want to work. This is one of the benefits that I was after when I wanted to work in a call center. I like the fact that call center work schedules are predictable. Like in a lot of cases, like I know that call center workers do overtime, but I know that the overtime is usually paid, and the overtime does not happen as often as in a regular Filipino corporation. So yeah, you have a predictable schedule. If your shift is at midnight until 9 a.m., you can expect to go at 9 a.m. Like it's not it. There's no culture where the management looks down on you because you go home on time. Well, you're expected to come to work on time, but you're also expected to go home at the same time. So anyway, that's why I want to work in a call center. I spend my free time writing, reading, going to the gym, learning how to cook, riding my bike, and then I'm excited. So yeah, this is my final statement. My final statement. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to be here. Yeah, I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to start the interview. So let me put that here. So yeah, this is like at least end on a positive note. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to start my interview. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. If you need additional help, just send me a message. And by the way, when you get used to saying this, try shooting a selfie video on what do you call that? Try shooting a selfie video on how you introduce yourself, especially if you want to work in freelancing. Having videos of your answers like these would greatly help when you apply online. Anyway, that's it. That's my tip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.